Students, I hope all are safe in your home. Okay, I hope everyone follow my previous class videos. Okay, that is up to now we discuss some of the major concepts of Python programming language part 2. Okay, why? Because I am calling it as part 2. All the basic concepts are we already discussed in grade 11 syllabus. So we move in this second section, that is grade 11 part. Okay, all the major concepts of Python programming languages, and today we enter into new concept. Okay, start a new lesson, that is data structures concept. Okay, related to data management, data operations. Okay, so this chapter name is data structures and linear structures. This one is chapter 9. Okay, data structures and linear lists. So this chapter 9 and chapter 10, okay, these two related to data structuring. Okay, data structures concepts, linear lists here. In chapter 10 we will discuss in chapter 10, okay, stacks concept. Stack is a linear data structure. Okay, so we discuss all these topics in these two chapters. Okay, so we enter into new chapter that deals about the data, how the data structured, how the data processed, how the data organized. All these basic concepts are discussed in this topic. Okay, so coming to chapter 9, data structures. Okay, so what is meant? First we define some of the basic concepts of data structure. Basic concepts of data structure. So simply I am writing here data structure. Okay, so data structures means I am writing simply DS. DS stands for data structure. DS stands for data structure. So basic concepts of data structure. See, first, you know very well, every system means every system. Okay, so computer system means it takes input. Okay, after that process, you know very well. Okay, after that, okay, so input, process, output. So every computer system, okay, first it takes three components. It has three components. So first is input, second one is process, third one is output. So input, process, output. These first, how every system, computer system takes input. Okay, so we can use some data, okay, to computer system as a unit. So we are giving some data through keyboard. Through keyboard we are giving some data. So we are giving some data to as an input, and this data can be stored. This data can be stored in memory. Okay, and the data can be processed for calculation purpose or manipulate the data. And finally it produces the output means result onto the computer monitor or screen. Okay, so in this way every computer system consists of three components: input, process, output. Here we are giving data to keyboard input unit. Okay, so this data given by the user. So user gives some data to system. The data can be stored and processed, stored in memory and process the data or manipulate the data. Finally, after completion of everything, it stores that result in that memory and finally it displayed in computer screen, output screen or monitor, screen or monitor. So this computer system is calling it as every organization okay uses systems, business data processing systems for processing the business activities. So here when you are taking any system, so here the major important thing is data. So data plays very important thing when you are dealing any computer system manipulation purposes. So this computer system is calling it as data manipulation system. Why it is calling it as data manipulation system? Here every organization so computer system can be used for manipulation purpose. So this manipulation purpose, that's why we are calling it as data manipulation system. So when you are dealing with the computer manipulation system, so data plays very important role or thing. See, then we move to next part. What is meant by data? What is meant by data? So a data is a collection of raw facts. Raw facts means some values, set of values. A data is a collection of raw facts. Raw facts means, here raw facts means values or set of values. See, for example, I am giving some value 75. Here 75 is 75 marks or 75 rupees or 75 kilometers. So this raw fact, this value 75 is a raw fact. We are not specifying the unit here. We are not specifying any unit here. That is calling it as raw facts. We specify some value 75. In my view, this 75 is called as 75 marks. In some others' view, this 75 is called as kilometer, 75 kilometers. In some other views, 75 is called as 75 rupees. So we are not specifying any unit, particular to this value. So these are called as raw facts. Raw facts means we are not specifying type of the data. So what is meant by data? First we define the data, definition of data. So data means it is a collection of raw facts. Here collection means group of raw facts. Okay. So I am specifying, for example, student number 1. Here I am specifying 1. 1 means my intention here is student number 1. Okay. Raju. Name. I specify here 1. Raju. 75 marks. Okay. So 992020. Date of joining in any organization. So these are a collection of raw facts. Collection of raw facts. Group of data. Group of raw facts. Collection of raw facts. This collection of raw facts are called as data. So this data raw facts doesn't have any meaning. We are not specifying any here type. My intention this one is student number, student name, student marks, student date of birth, or student date of joining in that organization or institution. So we are not specifying providing any meaning. Just we collect some raw facts. We group some raw facts. So these are called as raw facts. Values. So raw facts means values are set of values. Okay. So then we arrange all these set of values or raw facts. We are providing some meaning. So that meaningful data is called as, then we define what is meant by information. What is meant by information? What is meant by information? See, what is meant by information? So your information is a processed data. An information is called as processed data. Here processed data means we can provide some meaning. We can provide some meaning to that raw facts, and we summarize or aggregate that data. So processed data means we can arrange according to our requirements this raw facts and grouping that data and summarizes this data. Finally we display in a particular format according to our requirement. We use that information in any organization. So it provides some meaningful. So information provides meaning. Information provides meaning. We are providing meaningful data. That meaningful data. So meaningful data is called as information. So information means meaningful data. So data doesn't have any meaning. We provide some meaning to that data, a set of values or raw facts. So in this way data can be formed to information. So finally we say that our conclusion is data can be formed to information. Data. So some difference is there between these two, data and information. So data is a collection of raw facts. Only values we are specifying. We are not providing any meaning. Here we provide some meaning. We arrange according to our requirement. We arrange according to our requirement and we use that data in our daily life. That is calling it as information. So information has some characteristics. Information has some characteristics. Why it is calling it as characteristics? Here, it is having meaningful data. and process data that can be used in our daily routine life. So organizations collect, any organization, any data manipulation organization, okay, so collects raw facts and process, okay, and store that raw facts and process and provide some meaning to that raw facts. Finally, they aggregate or summarized or they are arranged, okay, in a meaningful information. After that, they share that information through network. Okay, this is the concept of difference between data and information. So finally, data means we conclude that any data manipulation system uses, so data plays very important role. So finally we conclude that data versus information. So data is a collection of raw facts. Raw facts means values or set of values. Values are set of values. Set of values. Okay. A meaningful, we are providing some meaningful data. Meaningful data is called as information. We are providing some meaning. Okay. So here meaningful data means we provide aggregate data, aggregate or summarized data, summarized data. We are providing some operations on the data. So we collect raw facts and we provide some operations, okay, and we arrange data. We arrange according to our requirements. According to our requirements. Okay, that arrangement of data is called as, we provide some meaning to that data, that is calling it as information. So that is the different, very important in any examination point of view or interview point of view. They are asking what is meant by data and what is meant by information and what are the differences between data and information. Okay, so this is the mainly we focused on today. Next, then when we are dealing with data, okay, so many terms are we are discussing here. Data items, data values, data items, data values, data structures. See here, data items, data values, data structures. These are the different. So data information, data manipulation system, okay, data manipulation system. So these are the basic definitions of this data structures concept. When you are dealing with DS stands for data structures. So already we discussed and the difference between data and information. Coming to data items, data item is nothing but so data item is nothing but we are specifying raw facts to some type. Okay, suppose I am storing up to now 75. Here, see 75 in my point of view, 75 is rupees or marks or kilometers, whatever it may be. So, but we not specify any unit. So we provide some unit. That is, I am storing this as marks. I am giving some name to that data value. This is calling it as data value. 75 here it is. 75 is called data value. Here's marks. This marks is called as data item. data item. This one is data item. This one is data value. Okay. So, collection of data items are providing in any organization. So, organization uses data manipulation systems. They collect a group of data. Okay, they are arranged according to their requirement that provides meaningful data, that is called as information. So in that information, data items are there, data values are there. Okay, so all these are data items. Okay, stores data having data values. Okay, all these data or information, how they are stored, how they are organized, how they are managed, how they are processed. Okay, these are called as data structures. So data structures means we are storing data. Okay, we are processed data. We process data. We represent data. How they are represented? So data structure means representation of data. Representation of this one is data value, already we discussed. So data structures means DS means how the data represented in memory, logically how the data logically represented in memory, how the data organized, how the data stored in memory, how the data stored logically. Every time I am saying logically. Why? Because here I am saying logically. Physically the data processing, storing, everything is in binary format, that is zeros and ones format. Okay, actually we are giving data not in binary format. That's why our input data, okay, logically stored, logically managed, logically represented. After that, according to software level. But in a hardware level, actually everything, processing, storing, everything, okay, in binary format. That's why I am writing here logically. Logically means software level. Physically means hardware level. So logically means software level. Computers means software and hardware. But physically means hardware level. Hardware level. So this one is internally. This one is externally. External part. External. This one is internal. So that is the difference between logically and physically. Okay. So logical means software level. That is external level. Okay. So above the layer of hardware level. That is software. Operating system level. Okay. Physically means hardware level. That is internal level. So here we are discussing. So data structures means how the data logically represented in memory. How the data logically stored. How the data logically stored and managed and processed and managed. Processed. Okay. So this data processed and managed. This is calling it as how the data, okay, how the data logically stored and processed and managed. Okay, he is discussed, he is represented. First we represent the data, after that we logically stored, how the data is stored, how the data is managed, how the data is processed. So these are the concepts discussed in data structures. So data structure is a named group of data items. Logically, we are grouping all the data items and we provide a single name. So, named group of data items and we provide some meaning. Okay, and how the data can be represented, how the data processed, how the data stored. Okay, all these concepts are related to data structures. So, this is the introduction of data structures. So, this is today's class. We conclude this class today. Okay. In next class, we enter into types of data structures, and once again we explain the basic concepts of data structures. Okay. And types of data structures and different types of data processed. Data structures. All these concepts are discussed we will discuss in next coming classes. Thank you, students.